cmpradio.net. It's the station.
We live.
cmpradio.net, man. You already know this is Revolutionary Minds, man. Listen, this is a great podcast. I got my man, good brother Marvin.
Feeling lucky today, man.
You feeling lucky today?
I got the dice. I'm ready to shake the dice. I'm feeling lucky, but I'm gonna put my cloak on today. Good brother Marvin's putting on his hoodies today because we're gonna talk about today's topic. We definitely gonna get a little bit dark. Before we get dark, not in a bad way, but just a dark as far as the topic and the concept that's coming with it, I want to start off by blessing everybody, our revolutionary minders out there. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Good morning. It is Saturday. And guess what I experienced when I woke up and looked out the window, P?
What you experienced, good brother?
We saw my first snowflake.
I seen it yesterday.
Plenty of snowflakes. Well, I missed it. People would tell me it was snowing. I looked out the window like a dog in the window, like hoping it's coming.
I seen it before you.
It didn't come. But this morning when I had to go make my rounds and hit the beat, right. Oh my goodness, the flakes was coming out my door like, oh, let's go play, and there's not enough snow out there to play in this.
There's just something peaceful about snow.
Yes, it's majestic.
Right? It's just the way it falls, the way it lands on the car, the way it looks.
The
you feel me? Like
the vibe.
You remember when you was a kid, you used to run outside and try to taste the snow and catch the snow, and it just brings back memories, bro. Like
you didn't put your tongue on a pole. Like the Christmas story.
I never want to put my tongue on the pole.
Please don't do that, folks.
There was nothing. There was no amount. I would do a lot of crazy things when I was younger.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I did a ton of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But stick my tongue on the pole was not one.
Please don't do that.
Right? I love my tongue. My tongue is special, bro.
You know what that means? That's for all the ice cream that's falling out the sky.
Absolutely.
Folks. If anybody got some gutter in their mind, we talking about the ice cream falling out the skies. That's what we're alluding to when we say that. With that being said, I also realized with the snow that kind of had me laughing as an adult, and it was kind of, I'm not going to call it stupid, but it was definitely risky. Wow. And it seemed innocent. Snowball fight.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not just getting hit on your back or your leg, or your arm, or from a distance.
Right.
You know how we do snowball fights in the neighborhood.
Ice.
I ain't talking about snowball fights in the suburbs. You're talking about the joints in the neighborhood. Ice ball fights. And then some people would put rocks inside the ice ball.
Were we really trying to hurt people when we
were
that?
dumb.
We were dumb.
We were dumb.
We were stupid.
That third eye wasn't open. Revolutionary minders, by the way. And unfortunately, we were doing some stuff that was totally. I mean, I could have digits missing. I could have an eye missing. Shoot, you could have a tongue missing. At the end of the day, right? Yes. At the end of the day, that's how I go.
Then I wouldn't be able to talk.
With that being said, though, evolutionary minders, it is awesome to be back on the air with you. We miss you. It looked like we're going to be doing this every other week so we can build up our content, get those talking points together.
Yes.
We always want to put together a good package so we don't waste your time.
Right.
And most important, we know all of our time is valuable because last time I checked on my ledger, I got yada to do. P, I'm sure your agenda probably is doubled up even more so, right? So people, trust me, we can relate. The grind week is over for those who have the privilege of enjoying a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yes.
I can tell you this, even though I got Saturdays and Sundays off, my main thing, you see where I'm at now, where you working?
Right.
I am a 25/8 good brother out this joint. 25 hours out the day. I done invented a new hour in a day, right? But by the way, because I'm so busy doing things, we had to add another day of the week to my joint. I got 8 days, so I say 25/8. So evolutionary minds, you ever heard me say 25/8? That's what I'm alluding to. And if you can feel me, please drop it in the comments. Tell me you feel me that 25/8 is real. For my 25/8ers out there, listen. You waking up with a purpose. You waking up with good intentions. You know you got goals on your mind. And at the end of the day, you know at least one of those goals getting scratched off your list. Yeah. Because if it don't, for those 25/8ers out there like us, that's going to put our brain in a tizzy.
A whole tizzy.
And you already know how we get when our brain goes in a tizzy. Do you wish to elaborate on that?
Oh, man, I get brain fog. I get frustrated. I get mad. Any little thing piss me off.
Lay it on me.
You feel me? Like,
yes.
When you're not able to get what's on your brain out, you feel me? The new things that are coming in just frustrate you. And I think that was a lot of the reasons why, you know, I had a stroke, bro.
Wow,
Because it was a lot of pressure.
You
feel me? Like,
yes, and it bust pipes, P.
And it definitely bust pipes. A lot of people say it make diamonds, but
no, it bust pipes first.
I'm gonna say this. You feel me? And I'm not judging anybody, but pressure is handled differently by different people.
Correct.
Right?
Can you just say it one more time, slowly, for the people to hear? Because I really believe that in those moments, especially at those crucial moments, and like I said, this is going right into the topic we talking about. I know we got you on a cliffhanger, but this is how we kind of set you up. We got to pull you in, folks. So we're walking this with a fine line, but you know, in that moment, that it's crucial,
right?
Yeah, you're not getting no diamond out of that pressure at that moment.
No,
you're going to feel all of that, that ill will, and it's going to make you just want to just do something. Like, technically, when you got pressure, you want to explode. Because that pressure got to release somewhere.
It have to.
And normally, where does it explode? In humanity. Revolutionary minders, drop it in the comments. I would like to hear it.
In your house.
In your house.
In your community.
In your community.
In your circle.
Yeah, you're getting deeper now.
Right.
And it's getting deeper to our talking about. This is why I love working with this man over here, folks. Listen, this is 8 years in the making. I got to keep on giving this guy his flowers because, you know, man, listen, this is what happened when you were 25/8er.
Look.
How in the hell?
I think we bring out the best in each other.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
And I love it.
I've always wanted to do this.
And there's no knock on anybody.
From the very first time.
Yes.
See, okay. Let's just give it a short.
Okay, here we going. Bring it back. This is our morning get morning cup of coffee before we get into our topic.
Overtown.
We got you.
Overtown.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna say almost 8.5 years ago.
During election time.
It was before the election. When you told me you was running, I'm like, I'm supporting you, bro. Like, let's go. Yeah. Let's make it happen. You feel me? Like, I'm with you. I said, man, nah, but I really want you to come through the station. You feel me? Because I know for a fact if we put a show together, it'll blow. Right. You feel me?
Yes.
We'll be able to touch people. We'll be touch
on people in a way positively through their brains.
Touch their brains.
Yes, we want to massage those. Because I know them scalps.
I know how everybody feel about me. You feel me? Like, I will.
They love you, P.
I will. I'm trying to tell you, I will. Right? Okay.
Anyway, I love it.
I knew this. I saw this, and I wanted this. Right.
Okay.
And when you came through, you did good brother talk. Right. It was good. You feel me? It was a great show. You and EU, you and Chuck and EU, y'all handled y'all business. Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. Then when you left, I felt sad.
Oh yeah, it was a sad moment.
And I was always calling you.
We stayed in touch.
This is not a lie. Yo, man, I need you to come through. Yo, man, I need you to come through. Yo, man, I need you to come through.
Yes.
Come through on this show. Come through on that. Yo, you got some content? Because I believe every great show, every great podcast has content creators behind it, right? Now, they don't show the people that are helping, you feel me? But when they blow up, bro, those people get paid.
They get paid.
Or do you have the courage, the commitment, and the fortitude to stand with me while I'm building this to make sure we all get paid? And everybody doesn't have that, right? Okay. So how many times I reached out to you? So anyway, we're here today doing Revolutionary Minds.
Yes.
You feel me? Shout out to Billy Rick because he's a person that got me.
Yes, he is the founder of
man, you need to bring Revolutionary Minds back, man. Stop playing.
Right.
You feel me? Because in all actuality, him and Chucky Johnson started this show with me in Philly.
Right.
You feel me?
I remember Chuck. I had never met him, but the light-skinned guy, like the brown-skinned guy.
And that was the whole situation. So I like to give my flowers to my brothers for
always, and we gotta do this on this show. We got to
for motivating me.
Yes,
for pushing me.
Go ahead, let's give it.
For encouraging me.
Flower moment.
For never seeing me for how I was behaving.
Here go the pot.
You feel me? Like literally, like never seeing me for my deficiencies, never seeing me for the thing, knowing what I can do, and being the first brother to hit me up and say, "Yo, P, you good?"
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you good? No, I know what you're dealing with right now. I'm asking you, are you good? Nah, I'm not good, bro. Like, I'll be right through. Without hesitation.
That's love.
You feel me? Without love. So, I want to give my flowers to my brothers, man. I want to thank my brothers for standing by me, supporting me, man, and for continuing to push me, because we can do a whole lot more together than we can apart. We can have fun together, more fun than we can apart. So we just need to lock in and get it done.
Is it hard to lock in, good brother, when you enjoying what you're doing? No problem at all, man. But as usual, evolutionary minders, you already know how we operate. We gonna give flowers where there's due, and from time to time, even on the show, you'll get them. So, hey, continue on that path, because some out there is hearing it and they appreciate those flowers.
Absolutely.
I want to make sure people hear those flowers while they're still here to kind of take it all in, right? So, I know we all came on here this morning to tap into our topic, and this is one that a lot of you definitely can relate to, and it got to do with your own inner circle. Most importantly, your family. And what we're talking about is, I like to call it, and this is why I put on my all black. As you saw, I'm going to stand up a little bit, shave my all black. Boom, 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 boom. I'm feeling lucky here because when I wear black, it's like an omen. I want to be the black cat. So I kind of fought the omen here with the lucky shirt. Long story short, we talking about within your circle, mainly your families. And I like to call it the grieving process, because when you're grieving, everything envelopes you like a black cloak. You're not yourself. You're in a different space. Everybody grieves and cope with things internally different. So in that moment in time with the entire family, everybody's off. Everybody is just kind of just trying to figure things out. But with that being said, all families are still leaning on each other and trying to, support each other and help each other out through these processes. And some people are more further along the line than others. And some are way behind the line than the ones that's in front of them. And unfortunately, when this is going down, it's like when you're grieving and that whole process, you're going through that process, a lot of things break down. And the biggest thing, communication.
Everything breaks down.
And then the emotional, between the communication piece.
But there is no communication because we were never
done.
We were never taught.
We were never taught
to communicate,
and that's what I want to talk about.
So
that's a hell of a way to go right into it. Silence.
That was it.
Silencio.
Yeah, I
talk like my man Marty Mark, right?
Yo, stop crying.
Right.
Come on, man, stand up.
Yes.
You'll be all right.
Right.
Keep walking.
They tell you to keep walking, right? Bro. But your loved one over here is sitting, going through a life-altering situation that they're not going to be the same when they get up out of it, if they even come back.
Bro.
So it's like, all right, here go the machismo way of looking at life. Even when those type of reality things are right in your face, we supposed to keep on smiling in front of the camera, cheese, right? But then when the camera go off, now nobody in front of us, now I'm not cheesing no more. But guess who's in front of us now for out the camera? Is you still around your family and friends. Somebody might call you, and now you catch a stray. That person that called you called a stray because they didn't even know what the hell was going on in your mind.
Because you're not saying anything.
Right, because you're not communicating to the universe. So they might say one trigger word. That maybe the universe that's linked to that then riled you all the way up. And then from there, now you're exploding on that person.
I say last year, 2024, was a very rough year. When I think about everything I lost, right? I lost 6 people last year.
That's what, once every other month? 12 months in a year?
From my mother in May,
right,
all the way to my aunt in December. And I'm one who believes that you can't really grieve until they're put in the ground.
Right.
So it went all the way until January with my aunt.
Okay.
Thankfully this year, right, I haven't experienced it again. Right. Thankfully this year.
Wow. That's a blessing. 12 months of allowing you to
recuperate.
recuperate.
Right.
That's the process that we're talking about pretty much.
Right.
Yes.
What I learned is that when I was 12 years old, my father died. So I've been experiencing death
since a young age, since your formative years.
Since 12 years old.
Right. And it's different now than it was. I'm asking.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I lost the man. I lost Superman. I lost
foundation.
I lost my foundation.
Your hero.
I lost my instructor. I lost what's the name of the conductor?
The conductor of the orchestra.
You understand what I'm saying? Like do
the
it like
band
this.
master, the drum major, all that. Right.
I lost my my right hand. That's how I felt.
You lost your confidence.
Right.
Because that's what most father figures do for young men. It's just still that
Build
confidence that no matter what,
right,
you can do it.
You can do it.
And a lot of young men, let's this kind of say all over the place.
Yes.
We are extinct out here right now with that type of tutelage from our fathers in their homes. Because a lot of these fathers aren't home.
Bro.
And that's not because they don't, I'm going to say it, it's not because they don't want to be home. We got quite a few that don't want to be home, but we got quite a few that want to be home. They can. There. And this is the plight, revolutionary mind, that we're trying to put you on to every time you tune in. This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like, because there's so many sides to this paradigm. And we're always talking off on the one side. Right. So with that whole grieving process, boom, it brings everything back full circle.
It does.
And unfortunately, like you said, that piece, you see how it ties in with everything else.
But I've been dealing with death since I was 12, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and it never really hit me as hard as it did last year.
Okay.
Right? Because now I lost the one person that I could count on, right? For unconditional love,
for everything.
Right? Mm-hmm. That was my mother.
Okay.
So I was jacked up, bro. Like I was mad. I was frustrated. I was pissed. I didn't understand why nobody understood what the hell I was dealing with.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Then I lose my grandfather. No, then I lose my cousin. Then my cousin passed away. Then I lose my grandfather. Then after my grandfather, I lose my cousin's aunt.
Right.
You feel me? Like my aunt. Then I lose my grandmother. My grand-godmother. Then I lose my aunt, and it was just like, damn, right? Like, people that I had conversations with, people that I laughed at, people that we talked to, people that we built with, people that we continue to move forward with. Right. It's just like, shit, this is hard.
It is.
So I had no other choice, right? I thought there would be someone for me to lean on, but there wasn't. Okay. You would think, after all the women that I done dealt with in my life,
nobody lean on.
Somebody would stand there and let me lean on.
Unconditional again.
No,
you didn't get that. So you was like a man out there in the cold with no blanket.
They're not. They're number one. They're not used to a man saying he needs time or space.
Right.
You feel me? And that's because we be lying.
Cultural again. Cultural, because we want it. Here we go. Are we lying? Because women do that too.
No,
they'll say I'm okay.
No, women don't have a problem with crying.
But they don't. But they'll also say I'm good. But we know they not.
You know they not.
So we keep going.
So
we here we go. We need the same thing in return. Please stand with us, ladies, because all the time I have been in quite a few tizzies in my lifetime where, and I have been around scenarios where a woman will say, "Well, I kind of you supposed to do that. You supposed to read that. I needed your support with that." We get held with that literally all the time. So it shouldn't change when a man is, even no matter how much a man is showing that he is strong and holding it down. Remember, when you're grieving, it's a process, and when you're grieving, especially with tragedy, the finality of things. Tragedy could be not even finality like you're dead, but here we go. Tragedy could be you walking the day. Now all of a sudden, tragic thing behind that is that now you're in a wheelchair. You're bound to a wheelchair. So let's stop thinking about tragedy like you're dead. No, you can live in tragedy. There's a lot of comedians that's funny as hell because they have tragedy. They got all kind of tragedies, like Kevin Hart say, laugh at my pain.
Laugh at my pain.
Laugh at my pain. Right. So here we go. We dealing with tragedy, and the biggest thing is it cultural? Pryor. Is it cultural? Or when we sit down and have a hard time grieving the right way, like how come we are the only culture that find it very difficult to sit down, and if you're hurt,
I don't think we're the only culture
that
does that.
I don't think it's about, I can speak on ours.
I can only speak on ours.
That's it. We're not the only culture.
We're not the only culture that does that.
We see it closely.
Of course, because we're a part of it.
We're a part of it. So, once again, I would never, the reason I put it that way, John P, is because when we talking on these things, and I know that we have more than us in our culture listening. I don't want them to ever feel offended that we feel that way too. So I'm always going to make sure I put those disclaimers out there that we can't speak from another place.
I can't speak from another place.
Here we go. If I was an assumer and I was a betting man, and I had to put what's over and under on other cultures experiencing every culture goes through it. But
the
for
same
me to
way.
speak on those other cultures,
and their men deal with it the same way.
And they deal with it the same way. But the person that's representing that culture going to disseminate the information differently. They're going to message that different. We're going to decode it the way from their perspective.
Absolutely.
Because respectfully, just like women not been on the show, we touch on topics that, if a woman was here for that moment, that representation can really be vetted out.
Yeah. And we're looking for it.
And that's going to happen. We're not worried about that because we're building, we're growing. And guess what? This thing starts with you and I and Billy, and this is how it's going to be.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that be known too.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, our culture is the only one that's kind of, in my opinion, just from what I have seen in my 40 plus years of living, we bind ourselves so bad that by the time we are walking into the grieving, it's 10 times more. Because what we have already avoided early on, knowing that if this happened, we got to sweep it underneath the rug. What does that do? When you sweep things underneath the rug, knowing that eventually it's going to resurface again, and when it does, it's going to be double, or it might be triple, quadruple, or even more than it was in the first place. So my thing is, why is it so hard for people to accept grieving and allow you to flow within that space like you're supposed to?
Because they don't truly know that it's 5 steps to grieving.
It's a lot of grieving.
Right, it's 5 steps. It's 5 inside of grieving. Right, going to therapy. I've been to therapy. I went through therapy. The first time I went through therapy, I felt like I was functioning. I wasn't healed. I knew what I had to do. I saw what I had to do and what I had to give, what I had to say. Right, but I wasn't able to put that all together to work correctly for me, right? Has that hindered me a little bit? Yeah, kind of. You feel me? Because
it didn't break you.
It didn't break me. It definitely didn't break me, but it slowed me up, right? So I think now when we think about, you feel me, the 5 steps to grief, right? What are the 5 steps to grief, right? And how does that help you grieve and get and listen? You'll never get over whatever you're grieving. And grieving is not just about death, right? You could be grieving, the loss of a financial stability, right? You could be grieving the loss of a friend that's not died, but, y'all not together again. You could be grieving the loss of a relationship. All of this that you're grieving is real.
Right.
Grieving a job, grieving money, grieving a relationship, grieving death. Right, all of this is real, right? So it's not just about death. Right. Grieving can come from different stages of different things every day, every week.
And I believe you. So here my next piece is, so why do people shut down? Why is it so easy for people to shut down and isolate themselves while they're grieving? Like, what does that do? So here we go. Grief just hits you, boom, on the front door. Is it productive for the person that's going through it? That's going through the grieving, to put themselves like in a room, secluded room, isolate themselves, really become one with their thoughts? What's the pros and cons of that? Because when you're doing that, that's pretty much what people think when they say leave me alone. I'm gonna isolate myself.
The pros
first, and give me the cons.
Isolation, right? If done correctly,
right,
can produce a more understanding person. A more self-centered person, right? Learning to love yourself again.
Okay.
Learning to lift yourself up.
You're reconnecting. You're reconnecting with your core values.
This is what isolation should do for you, right?
But on the flip side,
isolation how you kill yourself,
right?
Because I was there. Right, I was in the Dominican Republic, drunk as shit. Bro.
I remember, right?
Ready to go, ready to check myself up out of here because it was so much responsibility for me to be who I wanted to be, who people thought I was, what people wanted to receive from me, and my mother wasn't here, and and I talked to my mother almost every other night, right? And it was like, and she was so proud of me. Right. And I think that was it, right? When she said what she said, it wasn't nothing else for her to do.
Right.
And I kind of regret calling her.
And putting that on her.
Because if she wouldn't have said it, it would have been a possibility that she would have still been here, right? And then I say, well, if I didn't call her and she died, how would I? I would.
So
I'm glad I called her. I'm glad she had an opportunity to tell me, and just hearing her voice, I replay it over and over. It's what wakes me up in the morning,
ignites you,
right? Because I got to make sure all that shit come true.
So here we go. You're trying to manifest words and make them turn into reality, right?
Right.
So the next piece with that is, will we consider putting ourselves in isolation and kind of becoming one with self? You know, we know the cons that come from that. Do we look at that as being appropriate? And I guess my thing to that is, I feel like it is a necessary thing because you do have to kind of get your thoughts collectively together. So at some point while you're grieving, you can't always be around people. You need to have your moment where, like they call it, the honest moment.
You know, they say before the funeral,
yes,
is when you'll get the most love.
Right.
After the funeral,
is when you get the less.
Is when you get the real love.
The real love, because it's not going to be as many people.
It's not going to be as many people.
It's going to be the ones that.
It's going to be the ones that really care, the ones that really give a rat's ass, the ones that really want to see you stand the fuck up again and get over it.
Yes.
Those are going to be the real people, right? And it ain't going to be.
So that number gonna go from 100 to about
3
people to 3. It's less than double digits.
It's less than 10.
Yes.
It's less than 10.
And you gotta be good with that.
And
right?
Even if it's one person.
Gotta be good with that.
Even if it's only you.
Thank you.
Reach out.
Put the accountability out there.
Reach out and get the help that you need, man. Talk to somebody, man. I'm telling you, because if you don't, you'll go down a deeper rabbit hole.
Going to your wormhole.
And that hole does not let you go. I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't let you go. I've talked to people who have lost parents who felt the same way I felt.
Right.
I'm done.
So with these feelings, I can hear how you're
both parents gone.
Right.
Like
you have no well have no wellspring to
there's nobody behind me.
Right. Nobody's behind you.
Like I can't. Oh man. Like, do you even know how that feels?
So what? Here you go. Been down that room. I've been there with you, but because yours is so recent and you can really speak on it, this is why I'm focusing on you with yours.
Right.
Like, what are some emotional behaviors that are normal that you would say that somebody that is grieving, that you would kind of say, you know what, that's just part of the grieving process. We ain't going to put the red flag up because these are normal behaviors and we don't need to give it that much attention. Or is it all of the actions or characteristics of the person do need to be under the subject of the guys that we gotta keep eyes on it because we know they're grieving. They could pull you back down into that wormhole.
Isolation, frustration.
Mm-hmm. These are all appropriate things that you feel like.
Yeah, when you ain't answering your phone, you don't want to be bothered. When you feel like all the pressure is on you to provide and to do right. When a person is really truly grieving, like they're not themselves anymore.
No.
Right? Mm-hmm. And they just need somebody to call them and say, yo, bro, talk to me.
That's it.
Sis, what's up with you? How you feeling, man? Let's go out. Let's go to Starbucks, get some tea and some coffee. Let's have some conversations. Like, how you feeling right now? That's a friend, bro. That's somebody that loves you, right? I don't need you to show up and say, oh, let's smoke. Let's get high.
That's
let's
not
drink.
Solve anything.
Let's go to the casino. Let's go to the shaky butt. Nah, man. Let's go somewhere where we can have a real conversation and talk about what you're dealing with and what you see, because you need to know what a person sees to help them, bro.
So within that construct, because we always say we're gonna go to people and talk. I mean, that sounds so cliche, right? So when you're in your family, what family members that people normally go to? So if you're a family that has siblings.
My sisters.
So you would say if you had siblings, you would go to your siblings first?
Yeah. I would definitely go to because they feel what I'm feeling.
If you're the only child?
I would go to an aunt or an uncle.
We're going to exclude mom and dad. Mom and dad,
they're already gone. We're putting them where they're already gone.
So how about if you have, I like to call it, tumultuous relationships with your siblings, where it's a bit chippy, siblings all coming from the same frame of mind or ilk of saying.
The same parents?
Mom.
There's no chippy.
Mom and dad, yes. Mom and dad, yeah.
Mom and dad, yeah. There's no chippy. There's no chippy. We lost.
But there's families that do that don't.
And
why? How come families don't do that?
Why? Because they don't want to suck it up. Ego, nigga. That's majority of the reason. Ego and pride.
So if a family that got the same mom and same dad, and you know the personalities of all the siblings, right. they're like a parabola. It's different.
Right.
You got some colorful ones. You got some real reticent, laid back ones. You got some middle child ones that's very secure in a sense. That need to say, "Hear me roar." Right. You got the laid back one that's chill.
Insecurity if you want something.
Right.
If you have to tell.
So
somebody.
With those dynamics,
right.
How do you unfurl that when you already know? My fault. With all those dynamics, you already know that they're not gonna.
What?
They're gonna do that part. They're gonna not communicate. They're gonna grieve. They're gonna isolate. They're gonna. When you talk to them, it's all good. I'm good. And then when you check them, like we ain't good.
I'm not.
When you say we not good,
I'm gonna come pick you up.
And even though it's more denial.
Listen, it could be denial. That's one of the main. 5 stages of grief, denial.
Let me drop that for y'all, revolutionary
This
minders.
can't be real.
Here go the 5 stages. P dropped them earlier as far as bringing it up, but actually we didn't go through them.
Go ahead.
But here go the 5 stages of grieving. First of all, denial. And another word for that is you in shock.
Right.
Because anything that sweep you off your feet, you're going to be in shock.
Right.
And you're like, no, this can't be true. The second one would be the anger, the resentment, the regrets. Right. Reality setting in, pretty much saying, "Well, dang, you just said it within 2 minutes ago. If I would have said that, no, I had to stop you. No, we ain't going back to that. You don't got to do your 5 stages, brother. We're not going to go take good therapeutic work and go back.
That's the bargaining, though.
That's the bargaining, which is next.
You feel me? That's more.
Dwell on what you could have done to prevent the loss.
Right. Oh, because if I would have called her, or if I would have talked to her, oh, she would have said, no.
Is that the Superman talking? No. Us thinking that we can just pull these
change
miracles,
right?
Because when you're a good person with good intentions, you want to spread good, and it's like even in those dark moments, I find myself a lot of time with that.
Right.
I mean, I know how to grieve, right? And people probably look at me like I'm boo boo the fool because even when I'm grieving, I can still smile. Because see, guess what I'm doing in these spaces behind closed doors? I'm opening all the way up.
Right.
You know, listen, let me shout out my family. I have an awesome life that got my back. Love you to death, Jen. You know that. Got an awesome son who got my back, young King Mike. Continue doing your thing, man, because me and you have those kind of talks all the time. I got 2 awesome daughters that at the ages of 7 and 3, they also they get it. And I have all those things that when I'm going through any type of grief and whatever, you know what I mean? Because life definitely give you lemons across the board, right? I just don't taste the sourness in it because that's what the grief do. It make you go sour and it make you want to put on that cloak, and that cloak got a lot of weight, and it's like, no, you going through all these things. So when we going through all these phases, like P just said, the 4th phase was dwelling. He was dwelling, trying to bargain, like, yo, we making a bargain. Here we go. I'm being funny when I say this, facetious, but he making a bargain with the devil with that one. Like, yo, really? You don't know those outcomes. You don't. We really don't. But as human beings, evolutionary minders, you already know. As human beings, that's just us. We are fundamentally flawed in the area that we think we control that narrative. And in actuality, we have no clue. We don't know. So I can't listen. On the grieving process, bargaining is one thing, but it's still like, okay, you better bargain with yourself and be real with yourself. Have a crucial conversation with yourself as you're bargaining, because that's a part of the process. But also be real that as I'm bargaining, really like.
On depression.
Right. And then the last part, the next part is depression.
Right. Because that sets in. That sets in while you're bargaining.
And I'm going to say this. You won't be depressed for the rest of your life when you lose somebody that you love and dear.
So Here you go. I went to the doctor.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Right. Went to my doctor. And my doctor said, "Hey, Pierre, you think you're depressed?" I said, yeah, like everybody else.
Right.
There isn't anyone on this earth that's not depressed. Even a millionaire is depressed. Somebody feels depression.
You're going to feel
You feel it.
Depression.
I don't want no medicine for depression. I don't want another pill you trying to give me.
Drink. Right. Some people smoke.
I stopped doing.
Some people pop pills.
Yo, Marv, I was doing all of that stuff.
I'm sure, and it didn't do nothing but distort your mind.
No, never, ever in my depression, bro. I don't want to get high.
It's like the ground was shaking when you was walking.
I don't want to get drunk.
Right.
Now, can I drink? Absolutely. Yeah. But I can cut that shit off. I don't need to drink.
But why do we do it?
Why
do we do it when those emotions are so strong? No, here you go with the drink. I'm going with each one.
What did I tell you? When did I start grieving?
12.
You
ain't know any better. There's no template. Culturally, is there a template for us?
No, listen. Okay. Age 13.
We gotta create one.
Age 13 to 28.
That's 15.
15 years.
15 years.
I was getting higher than a mother.
So you was numb to everything.
I'm talking about
you right.
Like my whole blah, 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 blah.
Right. You had the fat
high
tongue. Yeah,
high.
Right.
Ridiculously high.
Meaning you was running from all of the
stuff,
all the reality that was in your world.
Everything that was in front of me was just a puff of weed smoke. And that's why you was a shell of your former self. A puff of weed smoke.
Wow.
When I came home from jail at 28 years old, I realized that I couldn't do the same things anymore.
No, you can't. You
can't. Right? So coming home, I had to realize that I had to put the smoking down.
Yes.
And I had to put the drinking down.
Just so your mind won't be distorted.
Right? So I went through the NA and AA classes, but they didn't really help me because I'm not an alcoholic.
No, you knew what you was doing.
My father always preached to me moderation. So what I had to do when I was locked up was listen to my father again, bro.
You had to go back.
Like I had
12 years, right.
Sit and listen to him again. I was looking out the window of Graterford's holding, they had me in detention, right, or holding, waiting a couple months before they could move me into a block or to a jail.
Right.
And I'm looking out the window and I see 3 people from the city of Chester. Not only do I see 3 people from the city of Chester, I'm like, damn, I know them niggas.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I remember them.
And then when now you're about to keep you company.
Flashback, my dad in the Banneker looking out the window.
With you the same guys.
Me asking my dad if I could go outside, and he said no. If you go outside,
you won't be with them.
You gonna end up upstate like them.
Yeah, wow.
Nigga, when I seen them, instantaneously
His
chill.
Voice.
Look, my whole spine.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was in my head.
He infused you.
And then he said, nigga, didn't I tell you?
It crushed you as a grown man.
Look, Sally, what you say? I ain't say nothing. I didn't know that man from a can of paint. You sure you ain't say nothing? He's like, nah, I ain't say nothing. Why? What's wrong? You all right? I said, yeah, I hopped up in the bed, bro. Instantaneously, like tears.
It overcame you.
Like, damn, what the fuck?
Yes, you was, guess what? That was a real moment. You had like, damn, Dad, you laid it on me. Here we go. You watch Power, right? Remember when Tyree went to jail and Ghost was already dead?
Right.
It said, he read the letter that Ghost wrote to it. Mm-hmm. He said, see, son, I told you what's going to happen. Your ass in jail, right, you dumb nigga? You didn't listen to me. And here we go. That's part of the whole grieving process, because once we get from the depression, the hardest part that you are showing to everybody right now in real time is the acceptance.
No.
If you didn't accept it, none of this, you won't be able to talk on it.
That's the hardest part.
Let's be honest. Let's start with there. If you're not able to accept your grief, it's going to be very difficult to speak on it. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
So the fact that
a lot of people don't accept it.
They don't. Because acceptance is, here we go. Who want to really accept, especially when it comes pertaining to something that you love and endear the most, bro, like a parent,
bro,
a loved one, a child. I'm going to human life first with grieving, and we can go to other things that you grieve over, from the broken video games, to championship games lost, to this failure, right? But the biggest one is the ones that you are the most vulnerable to, right?
My children.
Like how I guess we get a pass for a certain time, but at some point, you still got to accept the fact that you're not killing these people off in your mind. And I think a lot of times,
then they still
people,
with me.
And you got to keep that alive.
Bro, I
got people, I got relatives, that's with me now. That literally, I still have candid conversations.
Candid conversations.
And guess what? When I'm around their folks that brought them into this world, I'm not acting like they never existed, because for them, it helps them to kind of talk normalcy into their life.
Right.
You can't have this gift, and then this gift was taken from you, and then all of a sudden now it's gone. But when the gift was there, everybody was so in loving with that gift and speaking on that gift and doting on that gift.
Right.
But now it's gone. We always got to be quiet, because we're trying to protect the person that's going through the most. But do that silence. Do that silence. Help the person that's going through it the most.
No, it doesn't.
So you gotta have those talks.
Silence doesn't help.
So I would do this with one of my folks.
Right.
Lost somebody. Right. It's a gut punch.
Right.
A lot of people was coming around this family member and then wanna they really was walking on eggshells. I don't want to trigger that person. I don't want to say this because it won't make that happen. I want to do this because it won't make this happen. Nobody paying attention that this person is around all this love that everybody got for this person, but the love is not being pushed because everybody out of their love and their good intentions thinking we got to withhold that for the moment because we don't know how this person is going to take it. But the whole time you lose your child tragically, the only thing you can do in that moment is somebody just, that's why I wore this today, put the cloak on me.
Right.
Make me feel what you say unconditional. Especially when you don't got that no more. You know how big that is when somebody can give you a memory that make you feel wholesome and safe. Because as a kid, that's the best feeling in the world. When you go to sleep at night, that you got people that got your back. So in that same instance, when we're going through things, evolutionary minders, and best believe we go through things that take us on these roller coasters. Because every day we wake up, You know you dread looking at your phone and hearing and seeing the ring or seeing certain numbers up there and they keep calling and then when you pick up, it's not so good news. And then you know you gotta go and kind of do that whole outline. Go from the beginning, from hearing it to feeling it, and then from feeling it to dealing with it. So those 5 stages, everybody is all over those places. Mm-hmm. I can sit here and say the hardest stage to get to, in my opinion, is beyond the acceptance piece, because you know that's a lifelong piece. I think the one, yes, the regrets, the bargaining. You sitting here replaying, especially for those who don't be proactive in their approach with their loved ones, and they lose their loved ones. There's a bargain. If I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but that's taboo for me. The minute you start talking about woulda, shoulda, coulda, but then, I'm gonna say, while we was here, why didn't you? Why are we holding back? And like I said,
this is how we were taught.
And we gotta fix it.
It's intergenerational, and that's why I want to do that intergenerational
storytelling, just to kind of tie it all together.
Just to bring communication, and I don't want to start off with the older generation, so I want to do the older generation and the millennials and the young people.
We gotta start young.
I want some generations in there. But it's just telling, right? We'll do a second cohort, hopefully, if we get funded for that, to do that second cohort, so we can get these stories out. But it's more so a personal journey of how do you communicate, right? When you're hurt, when you're upset, when you're frustrated, how do you communicate? When you're happy, when you're proud, when you're excited, how do you communicate?
And we need prompts for all these things.
Right, we need prompts for all of these things. And inside of communication, man, it is highly imperative for us to continue to understand how important communication truly is.
You see how we just keep on dropping that every episode? Like it sounds so simple, man.
It does.
And communication is kind of just it's the bread breaker of all issues.
It's not.
Meaning we break bread through communication. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that. I ain't say deal breaker.
Right.
I said the bread breaker.
Right.
Here we go. Here we go. You know what they say when you're going through it with your enemy? Mm-hmm. You watch some mafia movies or them gangsters, urban city joints. Somebody pull out the kingpin, pull out his glass. Right. He pour out another glass. He pour his shit. Right. He poured a cup for you. He sits that cup over there. Right. Have his cup over here. Right. Hold it up. Y'all both talking, smell it. Y'all clink up. But he's not gonna sip his cup first. He's looking at you and like, what we gonna do? Right. If you don't drink from that cup, that means you really ain't.
You don't trust me.
You don't trust me. Pouring it to me. Right. I'm the one that needs you right now.
Right.
You need me, but I need you. So you gotta show me. Let's make this step. You know, in that etiquette, how do somebody pick that cup up and drink it? Right. Now, when you hungry and you like a wolf and you need that, you picking that glass up out of his hand. Bow. What's up?
No problem.
But if you masking things, that cup might sit there.
Right.
But you really want to take a sip. You looking at the cup, look, Pavlov, you know Pavlov, the dog thing.
Right.
You put steak and put it, here you go, Pavlov. You don't know about that? Go to college, folks. Boys and girls, go to college, take a psychology class. I tell you, that's the first thing you're going to learn about the Pavlov theory, where they put a dog and they had him chained down, they put a steak in front of him. And it was within striking distance where he can literally get his nose to it, but he couldn't get his tongue on it.
Right.
Pavlov was salivating all crazy.
Right.
Again and again and again and again and again. He kept on seeing the steak, kept on putting the steak smell there. The steak smell marinated there. They took the steak out. Just kept the smell there. They kept on putting the apparatus up to the dog. He's still slobbering because he really wanted.
Right.
He trying to get to it, but he ain't nothing there. But he trying to get to it. Right. But eventually, when you take the chain off the dog, it's me. This is the kingpin pouring, taking the chain off. Now you're letting you say, "Go ahead. I'm gonna give you free reign to take your drink."
Right.
Is that dog turn that drink down? I'm gonna turn that steak down?
No.
How come we don't have the dog mentality, but we as men call ourselves dogs? Right. Take the damn drink. Evolutionary minders. I know I have a weird way of putting things together, but that's just the way I do. Because you know what? It makes it so much simple.
It is.
It is, but guess what? That dog ain't gonna drink from it. Because this code, this culture barrier, this dumb barrier that's going to make this man or woman continue going to this rabbit hole, and pretty much it could lead to the rabbit hole of all rabbit holes that we don't. Now we got another family. We got another person in the family that we're grieving over. At some point, we got to call to action. When we going to stand up and talk? Like, when we got serious things going on, we need to start having these talks. We got to stop saying that we're cool. Right. Stop saying that we're cool. Right. Nobody want to hear that. It's over. The days of saying, I'm cool. No, it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you what's not cool. You tell everybody you're cool, then you go to the doctor. Here you go. Prime example. they tell you, watch how you doing. It's not good that you eating this and you doing this and you seeing that you are having physical limitations as you go down that spiral. You're not listening to your loved ones because your loved ones will tell you that. Man, you go to your little normal routine checkup, a doctor give you all the bad news in the world. Now you found that thing to a T. How come we keep on discrediting what's underneath our own damn noses and always gotta get the credit from the outside when it comes to things like grieving and doing things right by yourself and for yourself? So we need to get out of that mindset, evolutionary minders, and understand that when we grieving, we gotta communicate, but there are so many ways of communicating when we're doing it. When you're grieving, there is a process that we gotta give the person, the person that's going through all the grief, we gotta give them a leg up. We got to let up off of them. We got to give them some time and space. Just because your time says let you tell in your own words, quote unquote, over it, doesn't necessarily mean that the person that's next to you on your left or your right or in front of you or behind you are over it. And here you go. If you want them to get over it, so here come and say this. People want people to get over grieving to kind of help them to not grieve anymore. Nah, you got to let that leak out.
Man, you'll always grieve.
Yeah, but in a sense.
The more you think about the memories, the times,
it's gonna put a twinkle in your eye.
The laughs. Yep. This is why during this time of the year,
it's
hard, right?
It's very emotional. Because,
this is when you have most memories that bring forth good memories of the person that you're grieving over. And I'm excited.
You should.
You feel me? Because
it's a turn over a new leaf, man.
The smell of sweet potato pie brings back my grandmother and my mother and my aunt. The smell of the cookies brings back my grandmother,
Great
my mother,
stories
my
too
aunt,
that you're passing down.
You feel me? Like to sit down with my dad and the smell of whiskey brings back him, my uncle Lamont. You feel me? And all the men that I've lost in my life, right? So I used to get upset.
But now you have matured, you have evolved.
But I'm still isolated though.
Yeah, but here you go. It's okay for you to be isolated because guess what you did on your grieving process? What process you embraced the most? You have come to
acceptance.
That's it. And if you come to acceptance, bro, guess what? Everything else will just kind of fall in line. You gotta here we go. I like to say you gotta jazzercise your mind.
You do.
I just made a new word up, jazzercise. You gotta do something to your brain and say, with all this being done, said and done, it's for the best interest. And for the best interest, I know if I invest myself in this direction, later on down the line, I will be fine. That's it. But as you see, evolutionary minders, grieving is a real thing.
It is.
We really can't put an actual term, a coined term on how to get through it. But the main thing, folks, is especially when you got loved ones, you got siblings, most importantly, you got anybody in your family that you have a strong accord with. You lean on those strong accords when things going great. And everybody like when things going good, it's fine and dandy when things going gravy. But how about when things don't go your way? We should be able to still lean on those when things aren't going our way, in the same capacity when things are going our way. And I think that helps a whole lot. I think because of that stigma, people just grieve the way they do. They'll go to the funeral, and they think that's it. And then, like you said, when the show is over, get down 6 feet, and now here go where the real work begin. You start looking from your left to your right, in front and behind you, diagonal in both ways, panoramic view. Oh man, this room is way more empty and vacant. And this is why it's important to kind of start building those and fostering those conversations.
Yep.
That's it.
I know what I do with my children, right? The oldest kids, I try to have a conversation with them at least once a week about what they're doing, where are they going.
Right.
What are they seeing? I try to make sure they understand that whatever purpose they have in front of them,
right,
they don't have to wait for anyone, right? But these are the conversations that I have with the older kids. When I get the younger kids, we sit in this room,
right?
You feel me? And we'll do a little podcast. You feel me?
You do it a different way,
and we'll talk about Nona
through the activities.
Give me the special thing, because they saw my mother different than the older kids did.
I got you.
My older kids saw my mother every day.
Right.
You feel me? The younger kids saw my mother.
She's like a myth.
Every now and then.
Right. So she's like a mythical figure.
But they love her nonetheless.
Yeah.
Right.
Always. That's mom and granny.
My grandfather. Yeah, they saw them. I got pictures, but they were younger when they saw my grandfather. Right. So it was like it wasn't an all the time situation, and that was my fault. That was a lot of my fault.
We ain't gonna crucify you. We ain't gonna crucify you.
I don't crucify me.
Look, ish happens.
I just know where I was mentally, right?
And guess what?
Those last 7 years,
it wasn't right for you to do that.
I wasted a lot of time, bro. Like you got to be able to hold yourself accountable.
You're right.
I wasted a lot of time playing games and being upset and being mad and being
That's all
frustrated.
part of grieving, right?
Right? Because it was. I'm gonna say the last 7 years. I don't even really. What was I? Oh, you know what I was probably grieving?
Go ahead.
Drug money.
There you go.
Right.
See, right. see how things come to clarity when you have a chance to unpack? Let's unpack, but at the end of the day, it's still the same vein, right?
Because what the drug money gave me was
convenience and respect and an easy way of life.
Bro, here. You feel me?
Like you know he's gonna get it back.
Hey, you feel me? Now I don't get the hag. No. What's up? Like, oh, why you coming at me like that? Like, nigga, I'm coming at you like that because I can't take your kids. Like, oh shit. Everything changes.
Everything changes.
Everything changes.
And with that, also what P just said, everything changes. So there's no when you're going through a grieving process, that's also in play too.
Yeah.
All of this stuff changes.
Everything.
But we was giving you a template on just how to handle things. There is no generic way to how to go about it. I just urge to all of you, just continue to try to don't let nobody just be isolated by themselves because it could lead to bigger things. Mm-hmm. I even had a conversation with one of my younger nephews earlier this morning, and he praised me up just on the tip of just like that, strong on all things that you go through and even through stuff that's going through. You know what I mean? You're always positive, right? And there you go. And it's, hey, what I'm going through is, I got stuff dealing with outside of me. He's referring to stuff like that, like basic stuff. Like he was saying, you got to take care of your family. Right. You know what I mean? You got way of the world insurance with that. Right. You got 2 daughters that are just coming into this world, and I know what that's looking like. Because, he was just touching base with me. I ain't talked to him in a while. He moved out the city, far away, 1,000 miles away. So when he finally touched back down, he just wanted to touch base with me and just see what was up.
See what was up with
and
you.
He had an epiphany. He just like, dang, man, like, it's selfish of me to think that you don't have things going on, right? And he was going through his own grieving process because he always reached out when stuff was going on. And he was on that like, woe is me, talking about himself. Right. And I had to check in this one like, no, you can always call me going through those type of things, man, because that's something that we're not conditioned to do.
No, we're not.
So I'm giving you courage, saying, keep on. I got things going on too, but yo, we got to keep each other up. We got to hold each other accountable. And one day I'm not going to be P, and I do this with you all the time. I'm not going to be that woulda, coulda, shoulda, but didn't guy. I can't.
Billy Rick just said, a community grieving, who's actually going to cover the unseen wounds?
Well, the only way that happens if the person that's grieving, if a community is grieving, and they always have these different spots and forums that people go to kind of just, maybe we got it. Let's get out of the generic piece.
That's why the station was created.
Right. Let's get out the generic piece, bro.
A hit dog hollers, bro. But what is that hit dog hollering about?
Right.
You feel me? Like a hit dog hollers, bro. What is that hit dog hollering about? When our community fails to communicate what it needs, what it wants, what it sees, what it does, and allows other people to come into the community and
usurp it.
And usurp it and put it out there for other people to see. This is why for years you had Chester's one of the leading. Look, the last 4 or 5 years, we have stopped murders from happening. We have given kids purpose. We have let them know that they can get in the local 413, that they can get a job, that they can get a career, that actually the careers pay more than the drug dealing.
Yes.
If you really think about it.
Yeah, and here we go, the price of the weight of your life and your freedom.
Bro.
That will never be compromised to any damn job.
If you shoot somebody over her, you go to jail, he die, it's going to be somebody new fucking her.
That's it.
Damn, I ain't think about that.
Yeah.
If you shoot somebody because they talking to your girl, you know how many other girls is out here that'll talk to you?
Right.
I don't care. Like, you got her. You got that headache. Thank you. Appreciate you.
There we go.
It's not your girl. It's just your turn.
It's your turn. Well,
so when you go into communities and you express these things to children and you get them to see differently, you got beef with somebody. What's the beef over? Oh, he like my girl pic. Okay, she's
pretty.
He can like.
Oh, is your girl ugly? All right then. So people won't like it. There you go. Here we go. If you going to get, if you don't want nobody giving no attention, deal with somebody that.
As a man, you have to learn to take the things that you don't like, break it down before you react. So I want you to respond to what's happening. I don't want you to react to it. You feel me? Because when you react, you don't think about what can happen on the other side.
You know what?
You just react.
Easy. Once again, that's the easy way out. When you
so respond. Let's think about it. Yo, Marv liked the picture of my girl. She posted it. She had a bikini on. I don't really like Marv because he's from the east side.
Right.
So I'm going to take out my beef with Marv because he like my girl pic. You know how petty that sounds?
That's very petty.
But they ain't gonna say that. They gonna say, "Oh, he tried to rob me."
That's
Marv don't even get down like that.
But that's the stigma that our community is in, and unfortunately, that's why when Billy Ricks put that in the comment, that's why it's hard when the community is grieving. First of all, everybody it's reactive. The community don't grieve when we're being proactive. They wait until unfortunately, a lot of these communities until the result is already happening. So guess what? Yeah, it's like a pitchfork mentality in the olden days. Everybody got their pitchfork and tiki joints ready to go get the village bad guy. But then, hey, the village is protecting the bad guy as well. So, and that's a whole nother conversation that we're gonna have on another show because that's even deeper with the grief. Because a lot of times these families know the bad guy that be bringing some of the grief to these families, and that's just one aspect. Because a lot of times I think the grief of losing somebody naturally versus the grief of losing somebody tragically are way different.
Way different.
You're not accepting. You will be able to accept somebody that became terminally ill over time,
right.
lived a nice, fruitful life, and
right.
Was able to check out at a
even if they didn't live a nice.
But hey, even with that, we can accept that it'll hurt.
Right.
But the grieving process is different versus
a bullet or a car
sudden
accident.
Joint. Especially here we go. We're gonna take away the car accident because
right.
that's a bigger one too.
Right.
But we're gonna say with the community thing, tying into the comment, we know the community thing is always to reach out to the underground nonsense that go on.
Right.
And until we fix that, which already know.
I think we have.
It's getting better.
Right, we've opened
social media made it that way.
Again, we've opened up lanes of communication into neighborhoods that were closed before.
That didn't have a voice.
We've given ownership to the people of the community to speak out
Billy?
To the things that affect them.
So let's say this.
Or they've taken ownership to promote their community, to give their community an opportunity to have different things, have different events. Yes. Again, it's for the children. And if we show the children that we can be better, then
we can work together.
Then the only thing the children have to do is be better than us, right?
They grow around each other.
They grow up better. They grow up being better communicators. They grow up being better facilitators. They grow up being better people that can handle better situations.
That is better people.
But we, being the elders, have to show them how to do that. We have to bring the beefs that we had. We got to kill them joints. We got to stop beefing over things that go back. If it's over 10 years old, y'all still beefing over
That's called grieving.
You're grieving. So
there you go. You see how they tie it? Look,
what part of grieving
department.
are you in?
Right.
We're in denial because you don't believe that you're grieving.
And here we go. No, they're in the bargaining because they are trying to change the outcome.
No, they're in denial because you don't even want to believe that you're grieving over anything.
Well, they both. Because they denial because they want to, right? But also they bargaining because they trying to change narrative by going to get their lick back. And they still ain't going to bring back what they lost in the beginning. With that being said, evolutionary.
Billy Rick said the village is actually numb to grief because it's been accepted as the norm.
Well, and guess what? This is where we can keep on being like a dog chasing its tail. It starts home. So before we start doing community-wide things, the home got to be kind of in place in order to understand what the community is trying to do.
Sometimes
there's a discourse, but hey, and the community going to keep on. You're right. It's not good.
Right,
so here we go. And the community can only do so much.
Right? Because mom is hurt. Mom is hurt over dad. Dad's hurt over
mom.
the hood.
They're not together. Something going on.
They beefing. Ain't nobody paying attention to the kids, and the kids are raising themselves. We know what it's like to be latchkey kids.
Hell yeah. But let's stop there for a moment. It's not bad. Look at all latchkey kids. They're not bad.
Hold on, stop. Latchkey kids at a different time in
it's
our
different
community
than today.
Is different than today.
Yes. I'm only talking about yesterday. I can't. I'm not even calling. There you go.
When mom came home from work and you were in the house and
chilling,
where your homework at?
And you had it done.
What you do in school today?
You running it down.
What you doing tomorrow?
Right. But today's latchkey
Let's go
kid,
upstairs and get your kids.
They good. They set.
Let's go get your clothes folded. Let's go get your clothes brought out for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Let's go downstairs. Let's eat dinner. Let's have a conversation while we're eating dinner. Mm-hmm. See, that dinner aspect, that conversation aspect.
Which families don't do because they're on tablets and phones.
And son and daughter. relationship that you're building up, right? That's where trust and compassion and honesty and communication is built inside of your children.
He's on fire,
if we
folks.
don't do
Run
that, then you can't be mad over how your kids are respected in school. You can't go to school and be disrespectful to the teachers. You showing up there with the what you say to my child? No, what did my child say to you? And why did she say that to you? Now, if I see that there's something wrong with the teacher, then I'm gonna say something.
Now we're gonna address it.
But if there's nothing wrong with the teacher, I'm gonna address it with my child. Don't you ever talk to an adult like that.
So here we go once again. You know you can't
check
even
your kids.
Even home can't always check and get people right when it comes to the appropriate channels of grieving. But hey, they go to school at least, and even there, I mean, here we go. For those families out there that got broken homes that they can't get a head start with it gotta start somewhere. Somebody gotta want to be able. Enough is enough, because you can't tell me it feels good to be feeling down and out every minute.
It damn sure don't.
It don't.
There's no way.
And at some point, you do look up and be like, yo, you done put yourself into a form of misery that you don't want to be here. So we want to prevent that.
Let me fix this.
I wouldn't be here with you if you allowed yourself to be that weak enough to just let it happen. Now I can say that. I mean, I'm not calling people weak in a macho way. I'm saying weak in the sense like, don't give into the convenient way out, because trust when I say this, the collateral damage leaving behind is insurmountable.
It is.
Especially if you're a person that's endeared and loved by a lot of people.
Bro.
Don't do it. Bro. I don't care how bad it is. You will get over it. They take your car, so what? Get over it. Okay, your bank account got wiped out, so what?
It's crazy.
Breathing air.
They told my truck, right? So I bought this truck. I want to say at the beginning of this year. No, the beginning of last year. In 2024. I bought it at the beginning of 2024, and I was excited, right? 2 jobs, making $150,000 a year.
I got the truck to match with.
I got the radio station. You feel me? Like things about to start happening, start moving.
You're starting to self-actualize,
bro. By May. You hear me?
That shit crumbled.
Right?
That's another grieving process that we ain't getting to.
I quit both jobs, bro. CPSN, was working CPSN, was in the community, was going out to the jails, visiting young people, man, talking to them, putting good energy into their lives. You feel me? Out in the neighborhoods, talking to people, man, like working the community aspect, you feel me? And trying to get people to put down the guns, right? Working for PA Humanities, taking trips, Pittsburgh, Erie, Scranton, in the community, in Chester, outside of the community, in Philly, right? So I quit both of those jobs, bro. One job I quit because I just felt as though it
didn't fulfill what you signed up for.
It wasn't doing what it was supposed to do.
It didn't fulfill what you signed up for. I'll say it for you. Your guy said, I said it. There
another job I quit because they were pocket watching.
Right.
Like, why you worried about?
Neither nor was good for you. So guess what?
So
the universe put that for you to see, so you can do the next thing.
But they're still friends. I still consider them friends. It was just it wasn't working for me. So I stepped back from that. While I'm grieving my mother and my cousin, and my grandfather passed away, and it was like, yo, I'm done. Yeah, I can't do this anymore. I want to be able to work in my community for someone who loves my community. And there was only one person that I could work for. That was me.
There you go.
Right. So I will always love Chester. I will never, I'm not trying to leave.
Right.
Right. I'm not trying to go somewhere else. I'm trying to stay right here and
build to get everybody from grieving. That's what we're going to do.
And build everything else up.
Well, there's work to be done.
Right. Let's go, man.
Here we go. Evolutionary minds. We talked about grief today and how families deal with tragedy. This got a lot of layers, as you already can see and as you have heard. Hope me and P gave you just something this morning.
Acceptance, Billy Rick.
Right.
He said, when I actually accepted that I am going to grieve until the end of time, I started to heal.
There you go.
Can't escape it.
Can't escape it.
It's always
you gotta own it. So let's own it. Here we go. Here go my cloak. I owned it to start the show off, and I'm gonna own it again. The cloak coming, it's still on. But I got a smile on my damn face, okay? And as I was telling y'all, evolutionary minds, we gotta continue to just keep pushing, even when it's the hardest thing to do. Push to be better. Push to get out of your own way. And most importantly, push the past stereotypes of things, stereotypical things that's been holding us back. Let's knock them barriers out the way and create a new narrative. That being said, I hope that you heard a whole lot today. I just got tongue-tied there. in regards to grief, it is a different animal. It's something that we got to fully respect and embrace on both ends, but most importantly, be patient with, because there's no timetable. And family members make sure that we are being cognizant of that across the board. Because when we're not, that's where we make brash decisions, and then you get the collateral damage. And grieving shouldn't shouldn't lead to even more strife in the family, in which we already know that is very prevalent in today's world.
Yes.
So, like I said, there's a lot to unpack when it comes to the part of grieving. We just wanted to give you just a little something to think about over this snowy weekend. Let's part off and see if Mr. P, over here, my guy John P, got anything to add to the closeout.
No, man. I want everybody to have a safe weekend, man. Be smart. Don't overindulge yourself. Let's begin to practice moderation.
Moderation, because 'tis the season, right? And there's gonna be a lot of grieving, a lot of memories,
a lot of people driving cars that don't really want to be on the road.
Had 2 accidents in 2 weeks.
Right. So
my cars got totaled.
I tell my son all the time while he's driving, you have to drive for other people.
Yes, always.
Never get comfortable behind the wheel, because anything can change, right? And everything's subject to change in life. And if you have that mentality, right, you can handle life's challenges a little bit better.
That's it.
Right? Everything's subject to change. Everything.
Nothing is exempt.
Nothing. Nothing.
Read and wheat, folks.
Not your job
Nothing is exempt.
Not your phone.
No.
Not your haircut.
No.
Your hairline can change.
Oh, man, has it.
Not your weight. Everything is subject to change.
Everything fluctuates.
Right. So just
1 minute you up, next minute you down.
So just deal with it. Live, and breathe, man.
I agree with you, good brother.
Good brother. We out of here, man. Like that's the end of the podcast, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Always been a blessing to talk to y'all, starting the morning to the afternoon. This gets my Saturday up all the time. I feel good, evolutionary minders. Just know that I'm with you. Let's stay up. Please, let's stay up and bless up. It's good brother Marv, the man with the master plan.
Come on, man. Look, so I think in January we're going to start. You'll be able to find all our podcasts on wherever you find podcasts at, man. We're gonna promote it that way.
We're gonna flood the market.
You feel me? And yeah, man. CMP Radio, Revolutionary Minds, Good Brother Talk. Man. Saturday. I want y'all to be safe.
I'll do the same.
Peace.
All right, good one.